I received this set of watercolor brushes in the post here today from Fuumuui, and it's a small watercolor brush set. And according to the brand story, they've been around since the 1800s, and Mr. Lee had a deep love for watercolors. Well, that's something we have in common, so we're off to a good start already. And here's a quick size comparison just to show you how short those handles are. But that's okay, at least this guy's now finally got a job in my studio. The first thing I usually do is to check how much water these brushes can carry and what kind of marks I can make. Already really like the oval brush and the dagger brushes because you can make these lovely leaf shapes with them, but they're also amazing for fine detail like straight lines, rigging and masts because they've got such a sharp point. The true test for a travel watercolor set though is to go outdoors. So I found a nice view of the Sydney Harbour to do a little sketch. I'm using a small Hahnemühle travel sketchbook, so this is only going to be a very rough painting. Starting with the flat brush, I can already tell those natural hair brushes are really amazing to work with, I must say. Not because I've been given them for free, but generally because I just like working with them. They're so soft, they hold so much water. I can create wonderful textures with them. I've now switched to the oval brush, which is even bigger, and it doesn't really have a fine point, but I can surprisingly get a lot of detail with it if I just flip it on its edge, and you can see that I can get nicely into those little gaps and paint around my posts and my gravestone. I've now mixed some stronger greens. I'm going to add the shadows to my foreground and middle ground bushes there. Those brushes hold a lot of water and a lot of pigment, so I don't really have to dip into the paint quite as much. I still don't quite understand why those handles are so short and what the purpose of it is, but you know what? It didn't really bother me. And now we're coming to the dagger brushes. As I said earlier, they have such a sharp, fine point that you can so easily draw a straight line, fine details, like the shadow sides of those fence posts. But the best use of a dagger is to draw branches and trees. Look how easy it is to create organic and natural looking branches. They almost paint themselves. Also good for foliage and leaves, because by twisting and turning them you can create lots of different textures. And to finish off my little sketch, I'm going to add in the skyline with my flat brush. What's great about flat brushes is you can obviously use the edge to make lines and then the sides to make squares. Perfect for sky rises in the distance. I'm definitely pleasantly surprised with these brushes. I'm actually quite impressed. They feel great to work with. I get a lot of detail out of them. They hold a lot of water. There's a link and a discount code in the description if you want to check out some of their brushes yourself. I'm definitely going to ask them to try out some of their other brushes as well. Thanks for watching.